Alright, Shalom. I want to start off with giving call halal Yumal Yah Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who feed and nourish us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Salutations, shalom, and blessings to the elect, to you brothers that are being watchmen and doing as commanded of you. This is an article I was reading this morning when I was getting ready for work and shit. Without further ado, let me just get into it. This is from HuffingtonPost.com, and the title of the article is 15 million Americans drinking water tainted by toxic chemical, which is nothing new, but I was reading this article and it went into some interesting things, with the chemical that's been being produced and which is tainting the water. Okay, it says the chemicals known as PFCs have been linked to health issues but are mostly unregulated. Interesting. Unregulated. But this chemical is linked to health issues. It says some 50 million Americans across 27 states are drinking water that could be contaminated with potentially carcinogenic man-made chemicals without even realizing it. Hold on 1 second. I just want to see what this carcinogenic, what that shit even means. Carcinogen, let's see what that means. Slovakia brothers, just want to see what this word means real quick. A cancer-causing substance or agent. Oh, so carcinogen is a cancer-causing substance or agent. Okay. So we have a better understanding. It says some 50 million Americans across 27 states are drinking water that could be contaminated with potentially carcinogenic man-made chemicals without even realizing it. So cancer-causing man-made chemicals. According to a new analysis and map released Thursday by the Environmental Working Group and scientists at Northeastern University, perfluorochemicals, PFCs, a class of chemicals including perfluorooctanic acid (PFAs) and the perfluorooctane sulfate (PFOS) were detected in 162 U.S. drinking water systems in recent Environmental Protection Agency testing. That's a lot of the different water systems that this chemical that causes cancer and other health problems is linked to. All right, and it says this chemical is unregulated. All right, reading on. The toxic chemicals have been used over the years in a wide range of consumer products, like certain types of non-stick cookware, cleaning products, and waterproof clothing, and have been linked to a number of health concerns, including cancer, developmental issues, and a weakening immune system. Which all those things are, part of their new world order system, which they want to depopulate the earth, man. That's what it boils down to, man. Everything that's done on this earth, it's all boiled down to one thing: new world order. The chemtrails in the air, the fluoride, this shit in the water, which is only it's only the tip of the iceberg of what they're truly doing to the water and to the air, man, and to the food. All right. Reading on, manufacturers have claimed the dangerous PFCs are no longer used in these products, but Bill Walker, EWG, managing editor in the new analysis co-author, pointed out that PFCs have proven so ubiquitous in many products over time that, based on testing by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, about 98% of Americans have at least some PFCs in their blood. He said 98%, man. That's how tainted this world is, man, under the hands of who rules it, man, which is the so-called Caucasian race, Esau, Edom, which is their biblical names. All right, it says 98% of Americans have at least some PFCs in their blood, meaning we have carcinogenics or carcinogens in our blood, which cause cancer, man. That's fucking ridiculous. Reading on, practically any additional exposure to PFCs consumed through drinking water or any other means, even fast food wrappers, for example, is too much, Walker argues, because it takes a long time for the chemicals to leave the body. Even fast food wrappers, man. So the shit's in your food too. All right, to you fucking peons that eat this fast food bullshit, man. You know, fuck that fast food, man. Read on. There's a significant body of evidence out there indicating that these are chemicals you don't want in your drinking water, Walker told HuffPost. They might be, and likely are, having a human health impact at extremely low concentrations. We don't need any more. It says, despite the growing recognition of health risks associated with exposure, PFCs are not a federally regulated water contaminant like lead or arsenic. Recognizing the potential threat, the EPA listed PFCs under its 2012 unmonitored contaminant watering rule as a candidate for regulation, prompting tests to begin in 2013. The EPA rule specifically mandates that all U.S. water systems serving more than 10,000 customers test for these unregulated contaminants. It said serving more than 10,000 customers. So the water systems that are serving less people, they're not even testing it, man. So like that goes to show, you know, Esau doesn't give a fuck about nobody, man. You know, the small water systems that are serving less than 10,000 people, those people are just they're getting they're getting killed off slowly but surely, man. Reading on, in the case of PFCs, systems were required to report back any detected levels that exceed 20 parts per trillion for PFOA and 40 parts per trillion for PFOS. Parts per trillion. You see this devil and the way they get down. Oh, it's cool to ingest or to be exposed to so many parts per trillion. That's fucking devil, man. But these results likely don't even come close to telling the full story of PFC exposure in the U.S. While the EPA has required this testing and set a non-binding health advisory level of 70 parts per trillion for either PFOAs or PFOS or both chemicals combined, advocates say that concentration far exceeds the safe level of exposure that a growing number of scientists are pointing to. One calculation released in 2015, put the estimated safe level of PFC concentration in drinking water as 1 part per trillion. And they're saying it's safe at 70 parts per trillion. That's 70 times over. Fucking devils, man, don't it? And then the scriptures tell you if a nation be against itself, it cannot stand, man. You know, and these devils are against themselves. The scientists is against this shit, but yet and still they're still doing it. They still got the shit pumped out. It's pumping into the water, man, and it's contaminating the water, and the people are drinking it. The people are against it. That's why this system is gonna crumble, man. Because hey, they're against themselves, man. They're against themselves. All right. In addition, the EPA testing thought it includes a small section of samples from water systems smaller than those serving more than 10,000 customers, excludes most small water systems, which serve some 53 million Americans, about 18% of the U.S. population. So 18% of the U.S. population's drinking water hasn't even been tested for this PFCs. Okay. Another 15 million U.S. households, 15% of the population, get their water from private drinking wells that are not required to be tested for PFCs. And those private drinking wells are the ones that get tainted the most, man. Because those private ones be the ones that are in those, those backwoods and those deep country, places where the plumbing and or they have to have septic tanks and shit, so that there's no sewer system and shit like that. That those are the ones that really get tainted, because that's where all those factories and warehouses and shit that pump out the bullshit is at, man. Okay. Reading on, the testing would not have helped the residents of Hoosick Falls, New York, a village of 3,500. In 2015, elevated levels of PFOA were detected in the town's water supply thanks to testing paid for by a private citizen who was concerned about the chemical. That testing revealed levels as high as 18,000 parts per trillion. 18,000 parts per trillion, likely due to the village well's proximity to a plastic factory that made Teflon products. But this is the water that people been drinking though. And who's to blame for this shit? Who can you sue for this shit, man? When they're telling you that it's cool to have so many parts per trillion and you're getting cancer, who the fuck can you, who's to blame, man? Whose head is on the chopping block for this shit, man? The damn sure not the big companies that are producing this shit, cause they'll have it tied up in litigation for so long that you don't even want to pursue it. And that's the world that we live in, man. The devil has everything on lock, man. All right. Reading on, concerns over the chemicals have prompted some states like Minnesota and Vermont to take action by setting lower state level limits as low as 20 parts per trillion for the substance. And this is a chart of all the places that I guess that have this shit. And look, there we go. That's around Seattle, the greater Seattle area. They got that shit. Look at it. But the risk remains high. The analysis and map released Thursday also points to more than 47 sites of known and suspected PFC contamination across the U.S., identified above by red dots. You see? Well, that's pretty much it. Brothers want to read this article, they can read it. I pretty much read the majority of it. There's only like a last little section left. Yeah, I'm not gonna read no more. I want to get 2 scriptures real quick though. This is Job 9:24. Shalakia. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof? If not, where and who is he? And the faces of the judges, man, are the first and foremost Yahweh Shai, man. He painted him in the image in the likeness of them as a so-called, cracker, man. And that's not true. In the judges, the prophets, man. When you see all these movies, all the prophets of old are they have the people thinking that they're Edomites, man. When truly they're Israelites, man, of Negro and Latino descent, man. Was men of hue, men of color, man, humans, okay. And it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. That's why they're able to do this shit that they're doing and get away with it without any type of punishment, man. They're tainting. It said 18% of the people's water don't even get tested. 53 million people's water don't even get tested for this shit, man. So they're killing off the earth with that contamination, because that's just going into the fucking ocean too, man. Killing off the sea creatures, the sea animals, man. It's the fish and stuff in the sea, which when it contaminates the fish, man, you're eating it because it's in the fish. All right. This is another one, Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And this is just a small inkling of the wrath the devil has, and this is just part of that new world order that they're trying to put in effect, man. They're trying to depopulate this earth in any way, shape, and form that they can. And if that's having you die off by cancer or weakening your immune system, they're weakening your immune system for a reason, man. Because ultimately, man, that Center for Disease Control and Prevention, man, hey, they got fucking viruses that they, have put on steroids, man. And when they release those viruses and your immune system's weakened from the chemtrails and from the fluoridated water and these PFCs and PFOSs and PFOAs, man, hey, you're gonna be more susceptible to those diseases and viruses that they release, man. Because your body's not gonna be able to fight it off because it's weakened from all the shit that you've been ingesting, man. Hey, man, fuck this place, man. Fuck this devil, man. Fuck these crackers, man. Esau has to be exterminated, man. That's the only solution, man. The only solution. And with that, I say, shalom.